on a quite cold Sunday afternoon. Is it Sunday? God knows. Never know these days. So, early doors beer review, only because I'm doing a taster review of this. This being the Imperial Russian Stout. Wanted to review it. I've just bottled it up. So it's been in the barrel for 3 days. It's not really mature. It's only a taster review. It's only going to get better with age. But you know, as I was barreling it up, the taste, the smell was amazing. Hops coming through, chocolate, coffee, strength for the ABV. It was all there. So, and luckily it's too early in the day for anybody to notice that I'm doing reviews. So, all good, even though it is live. So, got to say, when I poured it from the barrel to this, there's more. So quite dark pour. Not quite black, but pretty damn close. Little white, little tan head. Not much of a tan head on this one. It needs really to secondary ferment fully. 3 days isn't really enough. It's probably going to need a bit longer. I must take some bottles back up the house, actually, for that matter. So it's ready Christmas Eve to do a... Might do a live on Christmas Eve, it depends. Not a pee the wife off. Did that last night. So, like I said, on the nose, those, I think it's Columbus hops that came for good evening. It's funny because it says there's nobody watching, and yeah, all of a sudden there's one watching. So this is the Imperial Russian Stout, the Love Brewing. And yeah, on the nose, lovely hoppy nose. I'm sure it's Columbus hops. And as I was barreling it up today into the bottles, the aroma was gorgeous. Hops, chocolate, coffee, strength of ABV. And that third Imperial Stout on the row. Just a quick taster review, just to see what it tastes like, to be honest. Oh, that's got some, them hops really are strong. Don't think it's fully secondary fermented yet, but yeah, the hops really do grab you. Good hops. And in a few months' time, when it's properly matured, and yeah, it's not properly secondary fermented yet, I can tell that. Really warm in the belly. But the aroma when I was pouring it out, I've got to do a taster review today, just to get one in, as it were. Wow, them 2 bags of hops really do. It's funny because the other 2 Imperial Stouts I've just reviewed, neither of them were anywhere near as hoppy as this. It's like a normal craft beer with quite intense hops. Maybe they die down when it's been sat in the secondary fermentation. Maybe, but wow, you really do know you're drinking it. I mean, this is just a taster, so it's not even really ready yet, but wow, good taste. Not really getting the ABV at the moment. And I'm never doing a free on the boat row again. Last night I was steaming. Got up the arse, fell asleep on the settee, wound the missus up a bit, put some food on, forgot about the food, and it was nearly burnt. Yeah, it wasn't a good night, you know. Yeah. And I woke up, I can't even remember going to bed. So I was a tad on the abbreviated side. But you know, it's Christmas, isn't it? If you can't get drunk at Christmas, then there's something wrong. I've got wicked aches here, though. My body's saying no more beer. Although I will have one. I will do the 2 reviews later, and that'll probably be it. No more free review specials tonight. Not on the bands. And I didn't have anything to eat as well, which is the criminal sin of all beer drinkers. Yes. And it is the thing, isn't it? You know, in the initial lockdown, wow, I was drinking from blooming 12 o'clock most days. I'm home, I'm thinking, oh, sod it. time for a beer. And I was doing lots of reviews back then, and non-live, obviously I couldn't do live reviews. So yeah, I mean, I've done reviews at 10 in the morning, but alcohol free, or that the 0.5% alcohol, not starting that early. You know, it is a bit too early. I don't know how these blokes who go to pubs can start at 10 in the morning on the beer. I mean, it's all right if you're going out with people and that, but no, a bit too early. So, wow, bloody hell, that has got some potent hops. I think you probably could have got away with, yes, Christmas Day, yeah, you got to be drunk while you're cooking dinner. And I shall definitely be doing some reviews that day. Whether they'll be live or not, that'll be another thing, because you know, I need to do sneaky reviews probably. Do a quick review, post it, get back up the ass. Oh, I've just been down the shed for something. If I'm down the shed for 20 minutes, she knows that I'm doing a review, which is not daft. If I get one in below 10 minutes, then I've done well. Although I've got that Totally Brewed box set to start on Christmas Day. And the first beer is one I've just reviewed from the Adventure Beer box set calendar. So I already know what to expect. And fire little number. So yeah, not really getting the ABV at the moment. The hops are overshadowing the other aromas at the minute. Now on the nose, you do get the chocolate coffee. I'm not really getting the full ABV. It's supposed to be about 8 to 8.5%. So quite a low strength Imperial Stout. But it may get more. As with all homebrew kits, it's not always a strict thing that you're going to get it at that. Evil Dog by Bulldog Brews, their kit, that kit, it can be anything from 7.3% upwards. I mean, I've seen people who've had 9.5% from that. So it just goes to show you, you know, the variations are quite funny in some ways. I mean, why would you get more out of a kit? Unless it just, the yeast does a better job on some than others. So obviously it's the yeast that's turning it to alcohol. All I can say is there's no sugar, you know, remnants of sugar in any way, shape or form in the taste. So that's good. And yeah, it's turned out well. Quite nice. I'm not going to give it a score out of 5, but what I will say is if anybody does buy this kit, wow, what a kit. If you don't like the hops too much, you might want to consider not using one of the sachets. So if anybody who's thinking of buying this kit, if you don't want it too hoppy, drop one of the sachets off. But saying that, it needs really to, it's got a secondary ferment properly first. So I'm going to have to 2 or 3 bottles back up the house, you know, for review purposes or just drinking purposes. Wait till they're solid, get them really nice and solid, and then see where it comes. Yeah, hopefully. And then in 3 months' time, really, is the sweet spot for the maturity. That's when it should really be more interesting. But yeah, even now, the hops are really good aroma. When I was pouring it out, it smelled amazing. I could have drank it straight from the barrel. But yeah, success. It's always nice to know you've had a success, especially when it's a £40 kit. You do not want to be brewing something that's gone off. You know, you smell it and you think, oh no, that's bad. And yeah, so good success. Quite a nice twang as well. It's not all about the hops. 2 tonight. I do not dare do any more than 2. I pissed out of my head last night. Good evening. It's pretty cold in this shed, to be honest, and these new lights really are bright, blinding me. I can't look up at the lights anymore. But I'm down the beer room to do some sorting out. I'm sorting out games consoles, so I'm in that mode. Plus, while I'm down here, I'm going to clean it out. and try and get about 12 different consoles all set up properly. And there's been one or two that aren't working properly, so I've had to do some sorting out. And I know how to do game consoles, so it's not too bad. Fixing issues. Half the issue with game consoles, this shed's probably too cold for them. They're supposed to be in a warmer place, like your living room. But you know, my wife won't want all them game consoles in the living room. So yeah, that's the colour, and as you can see, it's quite a dark colour, and I mean already it's starting to go solid, so that's a good sign. They need to go back up the house, some of these bottles do, so I can do another taster review as soon as they've gone solid for a couple of days. Maybe Christmas Eve, maybe not. But then again, I've got enough beer to keep me going. Haven't we all? Oh, we should have. And yeah, that's it for this taster review. Happy. The hops are good, albeit a little bit overly hoppy. Nice aroma. I'm not getting the ABV at the moment, but I might get it later. I don't, and at this time of the day, I really don't want to be getting the ABV. That's why I only did a little bottle. You know, it's too early in the day to start getting drunk. I would not be in good books. And I wasn't in good books last night, so one of them things, isn't it? Right, kill the review. Thank you all for watching and commenting, and we'll see you about, I reckon about 5 o'clock, or 5, something like that. Do a couple of reviews. Cheers. Oh, if I can still see by then with these lights. Cheers.